Welcome back to Extra Shot, the podcast about the funniest stories in sport. This week on the show today, Lamine Yamal's super seedy 18th birthday party gets a little bit out of hand. Conor McGregor is snared by a pop star sexting scandal. And David Raya misjudges the vibe at his own wedding. My name is Jack. Zach is with me.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, how you doing?
I am very good, thank you.
You're still riding high on your Oasis euphoria.
I am just about feeling normal again. I think by Wednesday, the high is slowly beginning to wear off, but the afterglow is still there. So I think it was on Extra Shot last week, or maybe on the Patreon. Did a shout out for tickets for Oasis, and Hugo, one of our listeners, got in touch and sorted me out for 2 tickets on Friday, which was absolutely amazing. So massive shout out to Hugo.
Yeah, we're not going full name, just Hugo.
Hugo Bardsley.
Yeah, shout out Hugo. That is Hugo. Extremely generous.
And he even put me up after as well, which was extremely kind of him.
And you still got both your kidneys.
I did wake up with a small scar above my left kidney, but I think it's just normal. I think it's nothing.
It's like a Cheshire mosquito bite or
something.
We talked before about friend of a friend of a friend who went to Turkey for something cosmetic, maybe a boob job. I actually can't remember what the thing, something that required anaesthetic, and woke up with pain there and sort of left, got back to the hotel and looked in the mirror, and there was like a kidney. I mean, it's fucking terrifying and horrible, but like a kidney shaped, they'd taken her kidney.
Wow.
Yeah. Heard it on the grapevine. Don't know what the repercussions were.
Yeah.
I'd be a bit scared to go back, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll probably leave them like a 2-star review on Google Reviews. You know what I mean? I did get the boobs.
The boob jobs were great.
The boobs are great.
Yeah.
I have only got one kidney now. But yeah. Anyway, you've still got both yours. So.
I still, as far as I know, I haven't had any complications yet. But
well, thanks, Hugo.
Thank you, Hugo, and his parents as well, who stayed at their place. So
lovely.
Thank you very much. Very kind.
You can write a thank you letter as well. As they see it.
No, they're going to get a thank you letter in the post.
Yeah,
maybe even some merch.
Ooh. Okay, yeah. Well, Upshot merch.
Upshot merch, if we've got any.
If we've got anything.
Around. I'm not sure if we do.
Also. I am going on Sunday in Manchester, so I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Very excited. JP went on the weekend and now only speaking in Oasis lyrics. Sort of like a musical. It's actually quite grating, I'll be honest. But I'm excited. However, I would love to go again. So if anyone else has got spare tickets.
And actually, World Cup final is also coming up. So yeah,
Hugo, if you're feeling generous. I've always wanted to visit Thailand.
There was actually a funny moment as well on Friday, just after Hugo had messaged about the tickets, where another message popped up on my phone that was like a Twitter DM saying, yeah, no worries, just put you and Jack on backstage. Yeah, no worries, looking forward to seeing you. And my heart was like, oh, are we going to be on like the tour bus with Liam and Noel?
Even just Bonehead's one I'd take.
Yeah.
I actually would, obviously.
But it was, in fact, the grade cricketer.
Yeah, it was
which was also extremely kind of them as well.
And in many ways bigger than meeting the Gallaghers. To be fair, they had a live show in London on Sunday. I went, excellent. And yeah, they invited us backstage, and I took my friend who's a massive grade cricketer fan, and he honestly was more starstruck by Pez and Higgos from our Bosnich episode than he would have been for the Gallaghers. That was his Oasis, that live show. So
yeah, in a way they are the Oasis of podcasting.
Yeah, Stuart Broad had a chat with him. He was lovely. Yeah. And Finn was there actually. Finn Taylor. It was a real sort of podcast circle jerk. So lovely.
Nice. Yeah,
but yeah, it wasn't backstage with the Gallagher brothers, which I can see why you're confused.
Backstage at the Hammersmith Apollo.
Anyway, if anyone has got a spare ticket, backstage or not, for any other Oasis venue, maybe not
or anything else.
Yeah,
really. If you just, to be honest, it's about time we start cashing in.
I'm actually quite hungry. If anyone wants to take me for lunch. Seriously though, if you got a spare Oasis ticket, get in touch. I saw, sporting wise, Pep got booed at an Oasis gig.
Yeah.
Did they get him up on
that was the one we were at.
Did he come up on the screen or something?
No, they had a cardboard cutout of Pep behind them, which the first time I saw it did fool me because I thought Pep was about to come out, but he was just in the crowd. I saw a photo of him with is it Gene Gallagher, Noel's son, backstage. And
And then did everyone boo when they saw him? That's what I heard.
Yeah, there was I think they dedicated one song to him, and then there was a lot of United chanting.
That's all quite good.
It was all,
and Grealish,
nice.
I saw there looking pretty smashed.
Yeah,
like not. I've seen Jack Grealish looking more smashed.
He looked like he had quite a nice interaction with some City fans.
Or just being like, I love City. I love City.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to save him? He needs to go.
I think he should move on, frankly. But Grealish, necky a few strongbows, is vanilla compared to the exploits of football's latest wonder kid, Lamine Yamal, who celebrated his 18th this week. At the weekend, I think, was the party. And, for most people, I think the best 18th birthday party they can hope for is convincing their mum to let you throw a house party and lay out bowls with 3 different flavours of crisps and promise not to be home till midnight. And sure, someone's going to neck 10 cans of Strongbow dark fruits and throw up on her favourite rug, or snap the legs off that antique chair that belonged to your great-grandfather. But if you're lucky, you might make out with that girl from geography that you've never spoken to. But Lamine Yamal is no ordinary 18-year-old. The Barcelona youngster is back home from his holiday in Rio with Neymar, and he celebrated the big 1-8 last weekend. And he booked out this huge villa near Barcelona, a very extravagant party. There was a champagne fountain, a firework display. The whole party was gangster themed. So Lamine was dressed in this white suit with a rose in the pocket, black leather glove. He had a diamond encrusted cane.
Real diamonds, I guess.
Yeah.
We're looking
at a picture. He looks great.
Who are his two mates?
Very cool. I think the one on the left is Kabassi, isn't it? Park of the Barcelona. Plays for Barcelona. And is it Rafinha on the right?
Oh,
Possibly.
actually, yeah.
I think it might be.
Yeah.
There were quite a few of the Barca boys there. Those two. Gavi was there as well, and a 36-year-old Robert Lewandowski.
Was he actually?
Who frankly is too old to be going to 18th birthday parties. Presumably he was just standing beside the buffet trying to convince Lamine's mates to not throw the deviled eggs onto the ceiling.
Like at school discos where like teachers or parents have to take turns just like supervising. Yeah. That's basically what he's doing.
Him and Xavi. There were, also some Spanish pop stars who, I've got to say, I've never heard of.
Oh, yeah.
Predictably, there were also an abundance of Insta hotties at this party, some of whom may well be very good friends of Lamine's and, were just invited. They weren't paid to be there. But it would seem that is not the case for all of them, because the Spanish model Claudia Calvo popped up on TV after the party. She didn't actually go, but she explained that in the run-up to the party, somebody from Lamine's camp had got in touch with her, and she said, I was asked to attend Lamine Yamal's birthday party. They offered us between 10k to 20k to go, but I don't know what they expected from us. They were asking for blonde women with very specific chest dimensions. We couldn't take our phones.
When you say very specific chest dimensions, is that like you must be D cup or more?
Yeah,
or something
I guess
that?
Maybe they wanted to have a full range.
Yeah, you think it was about diversity?
It's all about diversity. It's like a qualities thing. Yeah,
definitely. It'll definitely be a diversity thing. I'm sure there's a range.
Yeah. We've got hot blonde women with big boobs, hot blonde women with small boobs. Look, it's a very forward thinking.
Brunette one over there.
It's a ginger crowded in the corner over there.
Huge boobs.
Hang on. So 10 to 20k must have certain style of breast.
Yeah.
And no phones.
No phones.
Right.
Yeah. She added that they were looking for models or escorts.
Oh, right. So it's just
Yeah.
Because we get sent quite often, or I've been shown messages where like Insta hotties will constantly get messages just being like, Man City having a party, they're looking for like models, that kind of thing. Like it's really common in football.
Yeah. It's actually an odd life.
Odd life doing that, and also like your 18th birthday party, like right, we need some room meat.
Yeah.
Need some like brass to fill out the room. And like is it so what are the rules? Like, are you basically, if you're in that role, are you like shagging people?
What, as one of the girls getting invited?
Or are you just? I think it's mainly that he just wants a lot of fit girls at his party.
I think it's optics really. It's for the photos. It's for the vibes, I guess.
Yeah.
And maybe he just doesn't have any girl mates.
Yeah, probably. I mean, do you remember last summer we were talking about him breaking up with his girlfriend because she sat on a boy's knee?
Yeah.
He's come quite a long way.
Yeah, he's got full circle, really. It's a weird sort of glimpse behind the curtain when you discover how these people are like recruited to the parties. It's like being paid, like having to pay people to come to your parties. It's quite.
All I will say in his defense, and I know there's more details, so I'm going to get in before we get onto that because it's harder to defend. Yeah. But he's 18, right? If you think back to when you were 18, and as you said, the party's fucking like trying to persuade your mum to stay out for an extra half an hour and just like hope no one gives your little sister's pet rabbit a spliff. Like it's shit. So imagine you earn, I don't know, what does he earn? 100 and something grand a week, maybe more.
I think he's going to get more now he's turned 18.
Yeah, you're one of the most famous people on the planet. Like, it would be almost a betrayal to my 18-year-old self if I didn't do that kind of thing. And when you're 18, you're like, well, I just want porn stars there. Do you know what I mean? Like you haven't yet learned that like that is not a fulfilling way to live your life.
Yeah, I suppose.
Maybe it is. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, right, I want like naked women with like trays of like drug. Do you know what I mean? It would be so dumb.
Yeah.
Because I was 18.
Yeah, I guess so.
And even the theme, the gangster theme, it's a bit, I remember when I was like that age, I remember going to a party that was golf pros and tennis hoes. Do you know what I mean? It's just dumb shit.
Yeah, there was a lot of fancy dress stuff. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, the thing is, he presumably is not the one who's organising this party. They've just like,
yeah, but they'll be like, "What do you want?" Team. And he'll be like, "I want girls with big boobs." Do you know what I mean? He's an 18-year-old boy.
Yeah, I suppose so.
He's got braces for fuck's sake.
Maybe that explains why Claudia
didn't go.
Why she did get the invite, because if her name rings a bell, you probably recognise her as the winner of Miss Teenager Spain 2021. Which, how does that competition competition
Yeah, it's
like a
noncy.
It's a honey trap for nonces. That
hebophiles, aren't they? The nonces who fancy like teenagers.
So I mean,
what is that? A beauty contest?
It's a beauty contest.
But is it like
for teenagers?
But is it where they also have to like have done charity work, or is it just?
I don't know, to be honest. I haven't.
Isn't that the sort of shit that Trump used to be a judge for? Sort of grim shit. I mean, the one person who can get away with fancying Miss Teen Spain is Lamine Yamal.
So yeah, maybe they just ran through the candidates.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so she didn't go.
She didn't go. Because she said she wasn't sure what they were expected to be doing at this party. And
I mean, I think that's
not her.
Fair reason not to go.
Yeah.
What about? Wasn't he sort of? Who are those other girls he was trying to get with? The other week we were talking about them.
So he's been on a couple of holidays lately. One with Neymar, and then one with this 29-year-old OnlyFans model who was in, I think, Mallorca.
Surely she came.
I hope so. Yeah, she did. She wasn't paid. She's just
yeah.
She's a good mate.
Made him a cake.
Yeah. But as the fallout has continued from this party, Lamine has been getting in even more trouble. So it turns out that he hired a troupe of, I believe the term is little people,
right?
To provide entertainment at the party. So there's a video doing the rounds of them arriving, literally like bust in. I think there's 25.
Oh, just literally, is that like the driveway to his house? There's so much press outside.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They've got like suitcases which would imply costumes. Please tell me they weren't being thrown.
No, I don't think there was any. I don't think they were throwing. Okay, so they were like serving drinks, doing magic tricks as well.
Were they like handcuffed to him or anything?
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, like the worst stag do.
It's like a stag do, really.
For me,
imagining
the like stag do with, I think some people say you can use the term dwarf or little person. Do it.
Yeah.
Having them on a stag do handcuff someone, that is the mark of the worst people on earth.
Yeah.
Who are organising that shit.
Yeah. You can imagine Lewandowski at this party just like head in ass. Like, this is why you do not hang out with 18-year-olds, Robert.
Hopefully.
Who else would it? I'm trying to think who else. Rafinha would, maybe Rafinha.
Rafinha's down for that shit, mate. How old is Rafinha?
I don't know, 27 or something. I think I'm not too sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if Rafinha's the one who organised that.
Yeah, but unsurprisingly, as it is not 1995, this has gone down pretty badly. So the ADEE, which is a Spanish organisation that represents people with dwarfism, has put out a statement condemning Lamine, and it says that they're going to launch legal action against him.
On what grounds?
I'm not entirely sure, but it's actually escalated even further because the Spanish government has now demanded an investigation into it. So it's the Minister for Disabilities has come out and condemned the whole thing.
I can see why you'd condemn it, but is it a crime?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is. They're whether you agree with it on moral grounds, it's they've it's just the entertainers, and they've been paid to be there. The ethics of it
is that just the minister
definitely questionable.
Yeah, is that just the minister being like they should anyway let's not get too bogged down in that stuff.
It does make your mum getting pissed off at your 18th birthday party that someone poured WKD blue on the cat seem quite tame.
The fag ash on the kitchen table doesn't feel so bad now.
The Spanish government has ordered an investigation into your 18th.
Can you imagine that?
It's like Project X type thing, isn't it?
And judging by the amount of press outside, it was a big story in Spain even beforehand.
Yeah.
It reminds. Do you remember when Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo, had that party? It was around the time Beckham had joined Real Madrid, and it was 4 days long. We talked about it on our Galacticos episode, and the amount of press outside was mental. Ronaldo was bringing them drinks and stuff. Yeah. Don't think Yamal was.
Yeah. No, I think the press were coming nowhere near it. There were some videos that came out, I think, from Lamine. But it looks like a footballer's birthday party.
Are people dancing, or are they
I didn't see any of that really. It was they were very much kind of press photos because everyone got their phone taken off them when they went in,
which I kind of rate. It makes it exciting.
Yeah, it's a bit like Berghain getting a sticker on your phone. Yeah, it's caused a bit of a stir. Marco were reporting that he could be facing a €1 million fine.
I don't understand what for.
No, I think
he's also 18. I know he's an adult now, but 18-year-olds are fucking dumb, as discussed.
Yeah.
I've seen people do worse at parties aged 18.
What's the worst you've seen?
I was actually trying to think about that.
I've seen eggs on the ceiling.
Yeah, the rabbit smoking a spliff. I wasn't there, but someone told me that when I was a teenager that had happened at a party. Yeah. They gave the rabbit a spliff.
Definitely heard that. Hotbox in the shed with the cat inside.
Yeah. What are the animals?
Someone, my 18th, someone pissed in a beer bottle and then put the cap back on and put it in the fridge. And I'm pretty sure someone else drank it.
Yeah, I remember one I went to where the mum got locked in the cupboard by people for the whole night. I don't know what the fucking kid whose party it was doing. Probably passed out somewhere.
Yeah. It was just wanton vandalism. It was if you hosted a party, it was there's just a good risk that someone is just gonna trash your house.
Yeah.
Can you imagine now if you went to a party and people started chucking eggs on the ceiling? What the fuck you get out of my house?
It's making me feel guilty. Some flashbacks. Nothing really heinous.
Yeah.
Has anyone actually asked the little people performers?
So in the name of balance, I should say that one of them has defended Lamine. He said, Lamine treated me very well. There were no incidents, quite the opposite. We danced, handed out shots, had fun, performed magic. There was a wide variety of entertainment. We're not circus animals. We have clear boundaries. Why can't I be an entertainer just because of my physical condition?
Well, fair point.
Which, I think it is a fair point. If they want to do that, they're entitled to do that. If you want to earn your living hanging out with some of the worst people on earth.
And some big name footballers.
To be fair.
Some of them are in both categories. I mean, that guy's making a pretty fair point. I think it's just it's obviously just extremely cringe and tasteless to do you know what I mean? It's just the punchline is, haha, look, they're small.
They are, that is you're inviting them to the party.
But equally
because you find them,
their physical condition funny.
But also
can't they work as entertainers, like the guy says?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's an
Yeah,
interesting one.
it's an interesting
It's about as deep as this
debate.
podcast gets.
Yeah, I think people organising those parties are wrong uns. But if you choose to be an entertainer, then
Who are we
fair
talking about
play.
the stag do where they got the Wilston Raider and they handcuffed, I think Horatio was talking about, they handcuffed him to the groom for the whole stag,
Yeah,
like a weekend.
a whole weekend.
I think it was
They
like
have
that.
to sleep
And
together.
again, that is like funnier actually and quite
Yeah.
funny, but like that stops being funny. I don't know. There's like a genre of bloke who just like finds shit like that funny that takes it.
To be honest, the Wilson
Raider one is quite funny.
funny. He's yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that thing where you go on a stag do and you can pay to have them kidnapped, which again is kind of funny in theory, but also it's like, chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
I mean, we've come this far without mentioning Neymar, but like clearly Lamine Yamal, and I'm delighted about this, so we shouldn't knock him.
Yeah.
Clearly he's the heir to Neymar. Everyone
Yeah.
thought like, oh, he's the next Messi. He's fucking Neymar. Like he's amazingly skilled, but like he's having some wild parties.
Yeah, which is excellent news for us.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep the lights on here for the next decade.
And that's why I'm not knocking it. I mean, like they're a dying breed, these like strikers who
Yeah.
want to have these like and also like sort of doesn't give a shit about how the publicity pans out. I was wondering where his dad is in all of this, because we've obviously
His dad was at the party.
Yeah, of course he fucking was, because his dad is younger than me. I think he's 35 and has a tattoo saying "I hustle hard," and it's just an all round. I mean, he's young.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like we're obviously talking about like, you know, the mum can't be back 12:30, but it honestly wouldn't surprise me if he was involved in organising a lot of these bits.
Yeah, no, he was last one on the dance floor, I'm sure.
Yeah, which is a bit like Neymar and his dad. Do you know what I mean? It's very similar.
True.
And thank God,
Oh yeah.
because you know.
Yeah, we were getting worried that, you know,
Yeah.
we might be entering a drought of
It's like the Dalai
These
Lama.
kind of
I'm starting to worry about the successor. You know? Will China claim him? Will like Javier Tebas get to him and make him really boring? But no. We've got
Lamine.
got an absolute nutter.
Yeah.
Speaking of birthday celebrations, Lamine wasn't the only one, and you know, while he was serenading teen beauty queens and watching little people perform magic, Conor McGregor turned 37 on Monday.
Yeah, I bet he was up to much worse.
Yeah, you're right. I sort of assumed he was like 50.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't fighting that long ago.
37's quite young. He could fight, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Anyway, it was his birthday, and you know, you kind of wonder, like, Conor's probably had his stage of having parties like Lamine Yamal. I imagine all of that he'd be up for. But what do you get? He's 37. What do you get the scumbag who has everything? Like, he's got all the sort of diamond encrusted tat that he'll ever want. Well, how about a pair of sex scandals? So he turned 37 on Monday, which coincided with the press publishing some pics of Conor canoodling with a woman on a beach. He's obviously in a relationship with Dee Devlin, but you often see things that call that into question, sometimes in court. And so there were these pics of him like getting with this woman on the beach. It's kind of like big deal. It's not like the sort of story the Upshot really cares about. But then on his birthday, the American rapper Azalea Banks popped up on Twitter with some screenshots of an Instagram exchange she'd had with McGregor in the DMs. And most of the exchange involved Conor sending her a couple of horrible dick pics. Okay, so what's weird?
What in the pic on the left?
Yeah,
he's
he's attached weights
got
to his cock, and he's written lifting weights. So I've actually never heard of this, but basically it's like a strap that goes around the shaft, and then a chain hangs off it with like a heavy ball.
Okay, is that a thing people do?
Yeah.
What for?
That's the plan. So,
For strength? For what? Strengthening.
Yeah,
strengthening.
so
your
there's basically
erection?
there's basically this theory that by doing that you make your dick bigger.
Okay.
So I looked it up, and it says the gist is that the weight on the end of your penis creates enough resistance to gradually stretch the tendons and muscles in your shaft, so you end up with a longer peen.
Peen. Why have they called it
I don't know. That's the first thing I googled. I think that might have been the AI overview, which probably means it's bollocks. But apparently, there's very little actual evidence that it does much.
No, I'm sure that can't be good for you. It's like that's not the sort of thing that you shouldn't be stretching. Your
No,
tendons there.
but you know, like there are some like societies where like
when you
stretch like that.
stretch the neck,
the rings around the neck, or
Yeah.
like the earlobes and stuff like that. Anyway, Azalea Banks was not particularly impressed. She didn't ask for the dick pics; they were unsolicited, as always.
Yeah.
Upshot Rule 48: all dick pics are unsolicited for some reason. She tweeted it and described it as a potato farmer dick. It's kind of a racial
Is that
slur.
a racial slur? Yeah.
But anyway, quite funny as well. And she also said, "This is haram," which, yeah, it is fucking haram. Actually, in the second pic that Connor posted, he also wrote, "Don't be a rat because all rats get caught." So basically being like, don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Which is very threatening. I guess it's what you expect from a sex criminal.
Yeah.
One other thing I just wanted to point out is it's quite a lot of curvature
In
his cock.
I mean, I'm not surprised when you see the weights he's got hanging off them.
Yeah, but it's from, is it from right to left?
Yeah.
It's like an outswinger.
Yeah.
If you're a fast bowler.
Yeah.
Actually, it's an in-swinger. Sorry.
So
It'll take out your off stump. It'll rip that fucker
I
up.
think he wanks with his right hand. Then we can.
Why is that? What happens? Is it to do with?
Yeah, it's just a guess.
Interesting.
Or left hand, maybe. I don't know.
I saw a sort of like pervy Twitter channel just posted it with breaking news: Conor McGregor is uncircumcised. Sorry, what are we spending our time on? Anyway, Azalea Banks posted all this. She also said, "Aren't you trying to be the president of Ireland?" Which is a good fucking point. She said she's never met him as well, so that's completely random. I guess we should say it looks a lot like him, but it could be fake. I mean, the tats match.
Yeah.
You can see his face.
Yeah. I mean, AI's got pretty good.
Yeah,
these days,
it could
be.
be.
It's a weird thing for her to just post out of the blue.
Yeah.
And it's like, it does not surprise you at all that Conor McGregor would do that.
But like, it's basically a flasher.
She's a it is online. I'm pretty sure
that's a crime.
That is a sex crime. Yeah. How has he picked out Azalea Banks as well?
There were some people saying
of this.
He meant to send it to Iggy Azalea, the Australian singer, and got the wrong Azalea. But also Azalea Banks, I'm not victim blaming here, but she is mental. Just as a side point, like if you're looking to discreetly surprise someone with a dick pic, probably not the one. I saw. So there was a news report a while ago that said Azalea Banks left her Instagram followers shocked and disturbed after she filmed herself exhuming the body of her dead pet cat before cooking it in a pot on the stove to, quote, bring it back to life.
What?
The cat is called Lucifer. And in the since deleted videos, she can be heard laughing before exclaiming, "The cat is in the bag." She frequently refers to herself as a witch. The cat had been dead for 3 months.
Oh my God.
Is that just a skeleton?
Sounds like the kind of thing Matthijs De Licht's wife would do.
Yeah, those bones have healing properties.
Okay, she sounds like maybe the only person more mental than Conor McGregor.
Yeah, maybe that was his logic.
Maybe they're a good match.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like she's into
it's
it.
Not,
No. But yeah, quite brazen. And it makes
she-
you wonder, how much is he doing that?
What was the reason that she exhumed the dead cat? To
Bring it back to life in a
Did
pot on the
that
stove.
Presumably didn't work.
No, Lucifer is
Lucifer is still.
very much still 6 feet. Actually, he's not 6 feet under.
No,
But,
he's in a soup now.
I mean, that is batshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of good that people are still sort of keeping that Ozzy Osbourne flame
Yeah, I was about to
alive.
say, she's sort of the Ozzy Osbourne of her
It's a bit like Lamine
generation.
Yamal. It's fucking weird, but I'm glad it exists.
Yeah.
Unlike Conor McGregor, who's just come back. Anyway,
Be very happy if there's no successor to him.
Yeah, he just posted on Insta, "Happy birthday to me." It was his birthday, to be fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of Instagram fuck ups, got one more for you. Rishabh Pant, the Indian wicket keeper, he's like cricket's golden boy at the moment. He's the most exciting batsman in the world. He does backflips when he scores hundreds. Great character. And, you can't really blame him, therefore, for looking to cash in on his stock being high by firing out a few likes at Insta Hotties. So there's this influencer account called Mia Zelu, this blonde girl. She's very good looking. And Rishabh has liked, I think it's 9 of her photos. They all just say liked by Rishabh Pant. Which, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with appreciating a bit of art. But there's one small problem, which is that Mia Zelu is AI generated. So most of his likes are being received by some Kazakh bot farm operator, some sweaty bloke in his pants in his mum's basement. Which, do you remember, maybe you don't remember, when the internet was first getting big and there were loads of chat rooms?
Yeah.
And you would just chat to fucking random people, or at least I did. And people would always be like, "That's blatantly just a bloke, some sweaty fat bloke that you think you're chatting to a girl your age."
Yeah.
And with AI, I kind of think that's come full circle again. We're back to that.
Yeah. This is the early days when people are being tricked into it again. I mean, my main experience of that was chat roulette,
Yeah.
where it was every third person you spoke to was just a cock.
It was also like, it was always like a hairy pot belly and a small flaccid cock resting on it, like Ian Botham stuff. You know what I mean? Like on the stomach. And I always wonder why, but my theory is that basically those guys, you got to kiss a lot of frogs on chat roulette before you find your prince. It is basically just a sausage fest.
Yeah.
But maybe they're gay guys just looking for each other.
Maybe, yeah.
In which
because
case-
my presumption was that they were looking for women.
Yeah,
who
I think some of them were.
wanted to would get naked for them. With some like strange women who had found this flaccid potbelly cock.
Yeah. That's my type.
attractive. But I always wondered what it was like when they met each other. And it's always like looking in the mirror and
Or
there's
is
just these two middle-aged men.
Or is it like game respects game? They're both just like, nice one, mate.
Alright, yeah.
Move it on. A nod.
Yeah. Or is it more of a sort of like the conversations that like train spotters would have when they're sort of, so you've seen any good ones today?
When you really appreciate like the detail of it.
Yeah, or they're just like comparing notes on what if they've had any luck today, or like plane spotters. If you've seen any exciting ones.
Speaking of train spotters, actually, I'm reading the autobiography of the guy who started Loaded magazine at the moment, James Brown. It's quite an interesting read, actually. And he was talking about when he became quite good mates with Jason McAteer in the 90s. And Jason McAteer was describing like the groupie situation. And he was like, Jason McAteer was like, you don't understand this, the girls who like the Liverpool players are shagging, he was like, this is their hobby. They're like train spotters. They write lists. It's like collecting stickers. He was like, this isn't just like women who want a rich husband. It's just like, that's what they do on weekends, like a train spotter.
Yeah.
I thought that's quite an interesting perspective on it. I've never heard.
Yeah.
Like I knew there were like stories of like, there were women who were sort of like kind of professional wags or like were just on that scene. But I never really understood it in the sense that like,
It's like stamp
yeah,
collecting.
you're collecting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of sweet.
Yeah.
He said like,
fair enough. If
he
that's
said that
everyone needs a hobby.
yeah, exactly. Could be coins, could be stamps, could be Phil Babb's cock. But Jason McAteer was also saying like, apparently the Liverpool players had a rule that you had to keep your hotel room door open always. And so you'd like walk, he said like you'd walk down the corridor, and he said there was a time he was with a teammate and they walked down the corridor and one of their other teammates was getting a blowjob in the room, and the woman giving the blowjob looked up and said to his mate like, oh hi mate, haven't seen you since the cup final. It's all just like, yeah, it's kind of like train spotters.
Yeah.
It's quite sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know if that changed in the noughties and it became a bit more like it became more about money and less about like the art.
And I guess also that kind of thing has also gone online now. Back in the 90s, it was quite homespun. You'd have to go and hang out at China Whites and
peacock
and
a
slowly
bit.
get to know them. Get chatted up by John Terry with his horrible chat up lines.
Now you just need
whereas
to meet your
now-
mum's dad to be
or you
like,
just
it's my son's party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Exactly.
you just get a dick pic from Conor McGregor and maybe 1 out of 10 of those works.
Yeah. The romance is gone.
Yeah, it has. The love of the game has been replaced by transactional.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Pokemon cards or anything, though. In the end, it just became currency. So anyway, good luck to Rishabh Pant. Tell you what, though, you could say many things about Conor McGregor. Not a pubic hair on him in those pictures.
No, he's looks quite waxed.
Not manscaped, do you think?
Oh,
Sorry,
you know what?
the pennies dropped.
Yeah.
Speaking of transactional,
I think he's a big manscaper. I think he uses a competitor brand.
yeah, I don't want to associate our sponsor with
'cause-
one of the worst people on earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got nothing on him, but I think that could be waxed. I imagine like someone like Novak Djokovic to be a bit more like sort of like severe and earthy, some sort of like hard scrub
To get the
pubes, or like
off,
what's that thing,
yeah.
threading that people do for eyebrows?
Oh,
And they
yeah.
basically
see them
pull
in
them out.
shopping centres sometimes.
Yeah, like I was researching how was body hair removed in ancient times, because some societies had that as a custom.
Yeah.
And it said, in ancient times, one highly abrasive depilatory paste consisted of slaked lime, water, wood ash, and yellow orpiment, which is arsenic. And yeah, they would basically rub it on, I think. And actually, it's still used in rural India and Iran. It's called vajibt to remove pubic hair.
Okay.
So I imagine that is what Novak Djokovic is doing. Like
yeah.
like a Manuka honey
yeah.
scrub.
There'll be some like ground seaweed and
Yeah.
something into
And I think Conor McGregor maybe could fight with that, but like I think he's more likely just making
No, I
some-
think Conor McGregor is something very. I think it's it's wax and
Veet, maybe?
Oh, yeah, could be. Yeah.
Anyway, he's not a hair on him. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Even in ancient times, it happened a bit.
Yeah, I thought they would be quite on board with. I'm just going off that 80s porn film that I saw.
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously that
was sort of the golden era of pubes.
I also read that in South Korea, pubic hair is still a sign of like sort of like fertility and like attractiveness, and some women have pubic hair transplants to get more.
Really? Where was this?
South Korea.
South Korea. Yeah.
I mean, I'm going off Wikipedia. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't buy Manscaped if you're in South Korea.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Manscaped. What I will say about this Manscaped is Conor McGregor would probably like how it looks, because this is the white and gold one.
Oh,
and that would go with his fucking
this
outfits. Yeah, the White Hot 5.0 Ultra brings the heat without cooking your skin. It's sleek, easy to use, and way less terrifying than what you're using before. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because some methods can be quite terrifying.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the lawnmower thing.
It is more terrifying though if it's in the hand of Conor McGregor.
Yeah, where's it going? Yeah. It's a white and gold one, so actually it's a bit of a flex, to have.
Oh, it's flashy, yeah.
Yeah, it's flashy. That's why we like it. And it's built to handle your most sensitive areas with care, helping reduce the risk of nicks, cuts, and irritation where it matters most. Whether you're cleaning things up for a date, a trip, or just feeling a bit more put together, the White Hot trimmer makes it a whole lot smoother. Literally. A trip. I guess you're going on holiday.
Yeah, you've got to do that before a trip, any trip really. Even a weekend way.
I am going away for this weekend, should I be? Yeah.
You should.
It's a stag do. I'm not expecting to be...
No, it's not going to be a sort of naked stag do.
I guess maybe. I hadn't thought about it.
Yeah.
Okay, off I go. 12 million men use Manscaped worldwide. They trust it. And you can get 15% off with code UPSHOT at manscaped.com. Get those fucking pubes off.
Do it.
Please. I think that's an official slogan. Get them off.
Yeah.
Scrub them off.
Yeah. Much like Conor. So sticking with the theme of celebrations of this episode, Arsenal goalkeeper David Raya got married a couple of weeks ago. I saw some pics from his stag do. I can't remember if we mentioned it on the pod. I've seen the pics. It was him on his way to Vegas, dressed up as an air hostess, giving out drinks to people on his flight, which, it was all quite good natured. It was a bit silly, quite staggy.
But it's not handcuffed to.
No, it's not. It's not distasteful. But still, I think his fiancée Tatiana was probably hoping that David had got that sort of laddie banter out of his system by the time the wedding rolled around. And Tatiana, she'd left nothing to chance. This was the wedding that she dreamed of since she was a little girl. Every minute detail was planned down to a T. She'd booked out this beautiful Catalan villa, decked with candles and garlands of white roses. Every guest would be gifted a miniature bottle of homemade ratafia made with grapes from David's grandmother's farm. They'd even made sure that his lechy uncle was sat far away from the bridesmaids. So all David had to do was rock up in a suit and say, "I do," which in a way he did. We've got a clip here of David arriving at the wedding.
It's a nice venue.
It looks like
beautiful.
It's a beautiful venue. Here comes David Raya in an inflatable tuxedo, leading a conga line of his stupid mates, who are also wearing inflatable tuxedos, into the wedding
as well.
It looks like the stag do has rolled straight into the wedding weekend.
Yeah, that's the romantic vibe.
Yeah,
it's quite "Don't Tell the Bride." That isn't it?
It's very "Don't Tell the Bride."
He's made it pretty staggy. Did he wear that costume for the ceremony?
I don't think it was for the actual ceremony.
Okay.
I did. To be fair to him, I did see some pictures from later on in the wedding, and it looked nice.
But was it that thing where it's either like stag bants or it's like really over the top saccharine sweet?
Yeah. It was a bit. It was
so much baby tears in the speech.
It was a footballer's wedding.
Yeah.
I presume the best man speech was packed with needless references to his ex and off-color gags about the Vegas stag do.
Yeah, probably a joke about the mother-in-law.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, what are the rules? No swearing talk, no drugs talk, no exes.
Yeah, I think it was just
All of
that.
Have you ever? I've never been to a truly terrible one. I've always wanted to, where the best man gets it so wrong.
Yeah. Neither have I. I haven't been to that many weddings, to be honest.
My wife went to one where the best man, I think the best man was the groom's brother, and spent a good 5 minutes talking about like his brother wanking when they were teenagers. They were like in bunk beds, and everyone was just like, "What the fuck?"
His grandma's in the front row.
I mean, I would genuinely love to see a proper fucking bad one. I think it'd be so funny.
Yeah.
As long as it wasn't like my own wedding. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I once went to a wedding where the father of the bride got up to talk about, did do his speech. And he literally he got up and went, "I haven't got anything prepared." And we were like, "Oh, haha, very, very funny." He was like, "No, I haven't got anything prepared." We're like, "Oh, great. Okay, how long is he going to go?" And he just sat back down.
Really?
Yeah,
Father of the bride.
That was it. Yeah, that was it. He didn't have anything. And it was so awkward.
That's more just sad. I think.
Yeah.
Really,
Do you think he was
to be
gonna
fair,
get away
it
with
was her third wedding. So
I actually used up all my material last time.
yeah. I don't know what to say about this one. There might be another one next year.
Difficult third album.
Yeah. Fair enough.
My friend went to one where it was their second wedding. It was the same best man, and he began his speech by going, "As I was saying."
That's very good.
Again, I think you can't mention previous. Friends.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of awful stag do's, did you see? There was a video going around of Roberto De Zerbi, who's Marseille manager now, away on what looked like it was either a stag do or a lads' holiday or something. Which I was thinking about, and on paper, going on a lads' holiday with Roberto De Zerbi sounds quite fun. Maybe he'll get Danny Welbeck up on FaceTime or tell some stories about Neil Maupay being a bastard. But unfortunately, it looks like the reality is slightly different. So there's this video going around of him and his mates out for dinner, and it looks like he's holding court explaining some very complicated tactical instructions using water glasses and cans of Coke.
Oh God!
My favourite part of it is the guy's face in the background.
Yeah, just so bored.
He's like, "Look, mate, I just asked you to pass the salt. Can we?" So sorry, can we get the bill, please?
Yeah. Why the fuck did I ask him about
Yeah.
gegenpressing?
Yeah.
Is that the offside rule? Oh yeah, we're looking at the guy's so bored. Is that the offside rule he's explaining, or is it like a really complex?
I don't know. The way there's a lot of cups and cans being moved around.
It's like him explaining how he unlocked Nimes' defense.
Yeah,
and like the French. French league.
So what I told Tariq Lamptey was that you needed to overlap and step up into midfield.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that's like when you're stuck on a stag next to the person who works in like insurance or something, and they start telling you about like premiums for reinsuring some fucking infrastructure project in Belarus. You're just like, it's been 10 minutes. Why did I ask him? Why not? Yeah. You think with a football manager it should be more fun.
There's different vibes from different football managers. I think Steve Bruce would be a laugh. He's just maybe he's a bit earnest. Maybe he's quite...
I can't work out if Klopp would be fun, because Klopp is charismatic, but like he's so intense.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to get stuck with him.
I feel like he's the sort of person who just, first of all, it would be just him talking, and then you'd say the wrong thing and he'd be like, "What did you just fucking say?" Do you know what I mean? There'd be tension.
Yeah.
You need someone like laid back. I wouldn't go for Pep. Pep, you'd get the De Zerbi vibe.
I don't know. Pep seems to have a bit of a fun side to him.
Big Sam, what the stag's
Big Sam.
Be like.
It's gonna be pints of wine. It's gonna be
double fry ups in the morning.
Yeah. I think he might be handcuffed to a person as well.
Good point.
He'd definitely be pushing that.
Pardew would be pushing that. Pardew would definitely be pushing. Eddie Howe's would be shit.
Yeah,
Eddie Howe's a
would be
canal.
boring.
What is it? Canal.
Marco Silva as well would just be very serious, very boring.
Arteta would be shit.
Arteta would be
Actually, Arteta would at least have some surprises.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Arteta would do the thing where you get the groom kidnapped, and they think they've been actually kidnapped. He'd do a lot of that, and I've got a bit of time for that. That could be quite fun.
Yeah. Can't think of managers.
I tell you whose I wouldn't go on is Avram Grant's, because he is a seedy fucker. That would be absolutely revolting.
That would be into the sex show at like 11 a.m.
Yeah, it would be like Eastern Europe. You know, where you arrive, stripper at the airport, stripper in the taxi, strippers all the time, and then just more of that.
Yeah, not even that much drinking. Just strippers, really.
Just a sex tourist.
So this is not okay just because it's just active.
Yeah, Mourinho.
I reckon maybe
Is it a bit tasteful? It'd be fun. It'd be like wineries.
Yeah.
Winery tours in like the Douro Valley.
Yeah.
And then like, I think it would be high end.
Yeah.
And like nice. Would it get rowdy?
Oh, you know who'd be good on a slot? That'd be Beether.
It'd be Wayne Lineker's pie. Yeah, it would actually. You wouldn't have guessed that at the start of his Liverpool reign.
Yeah, I'm going for Arne Slot.
God, it's all parties today.
It is. It's party season, really.
Yeah, it's party season. But, it may be party season, but that doesn't mean that they're all going to be seedly, tasteless bashes. When you've had anything you want for as long as Richard Branson has, you grow a bit tired of these like Wolf of Wall Street style bonanzas. It's all a bit old hat. And these days, the only bishop bashing that Richard Branson is doing is at the chess table. So the Virgin entrepreneur posted a video this week explaining that he had invited none other than Crystal Palace winger Eberici Eze to his Mallorca gaff for a game of chess. So do you remember we talked a couple of months ago about Eze, the week that Palace won the FA Cup, he also won this online chess tournament.
Yeah, he's very handy, isn't he?
He's seriously, I mean, Palace in general, they're all quite into chess, and he's the star. And Branson heard about this and was like, I want to play him. So Branson posted this video of them playing together, and he said, when I heard that Eze is also a huge chess fan, I invited him to come and give me a game, or 5. We had 4 very entertaining games, which finished 2-2. Then, in the deciding game, I very foolishly got my queen trapped. Ebbs should have guessed what was coming next. What was coming next was Richard throwing his glass of water over him. It's quite good nature. We're watching a video, which I will link to. I didn't realise Branson's got quite a big connection to Palace. So Virgin sponsored them in like early 90s.
Oh, okay.
And he tried to buy the club at some point. I think after, what's his name? Your man on TalkSport.
Simon Jordan.
Yeah, after Simon Jordan left. I think then Branson tried to buy the club.
Could have come in again in sort of February time. Would have sorted them out, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it could have been a bit of a result having Richard Branson as your owner.
Yeah, also not kicked out of Europa League.
Oh, sorry, that's what you're...
Yeah.
So yeah, all quite good-natured and sweet, really. And it must be quite cool being a footballer when like Richard Branson's just like, I'll fly you out to my...
Yeah, you got to be careful though when billionaires invite you to private islands.
Let me just pop your name down in my black book.
Stick your number here.
It's you, Bill Clinton, my friend Ghislaine. Don't know if you've met her. You'll love her.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah.
And
she sort of sorts everything out.
And His Royal Highness.
Yeah.
Prince Andrew. he's a palace guy in a way.
Just don't shake his hand, very sweaty.
Actually, they're not.
Oh no, they're not.
They're
Are
sweaty,
they?
yeah. Don't ask him.
Just bone dry.
Anyway, Richard Branson, quite a cool invite to get to a...
Yeah. Is he all right?
Well,
there's this...
I regret to inform you it's not always good, clean fun at Dickie Branson's gaff. So back in 2010, the singer Joss Stone, do you remember her?
Yeah.
What was their song? I got a right to be wrong. Sort of like modern jazz.
Mercedes Benz. Did she do that
Did
one?
she?
Is that her?
No, that's Janis Joplin. About 30 years earlier. Good guess.
Yeah.
Is it because of the Joss, maybe?
Yeah.
Anyway, Joss Stone played this festival in the British Virgin Islands, and afterwards, Richard Branson invited Joss, her family, her band, all of them to come to Necker Island, his private Caribbean lair, which is also in the British Virgin Islands, so not far. And, they all came over. Apparently it was a lovely weekend. It was like her parents were there. It's like barbecues, swimming. I mean, it's paradise over there. But Richard took a particular shine to Antonia Genet, who's Joss's busty backing singer. And, he was just being quite friendly with her. But then it got a bit odd. So Antonia, years later, told the press, we were in the swimming pool and there was a big, beautiful statue of a goddess there with her boobs out. Richard Branson tried to get me to show him my boobs. And I said, no. I was wearing a one-piece swimsuit and at the time I was very heavy-chested. So pretty off-colour incident. And then at the end of the weekend, it came to say goodbye to everyone. And, everyone's lined up. They're about to get on their like seaplane or whatever. And Richard's going one by one, polite handshakes, the odd Parisian kiss, until he got to Antonia, who he looked at. And then, according to her and several witnesses, he leaned forward, plunged his face into her cleavage, and made what onlookers described as a motorboat or raspberry noise. So Antonia said he went and just walked away. It was surreal, totally out of the blue.
Okay.
So, I mean,
that's
pretty sure that's a crime as well.
That's not.
But this was in full view of several people, including Joss Stone, who, when the story came out, I think it came out during the like Me Too era when lots of celebrities were being caught out, and Joss Stone's spokesperson confirmed that she remembered the incident, but she didn't want to comment on it.
Yeah.
Branson's spokesman said he didn't remember the incident, but if he offended anyone, he apologised. Yeah. But apparently, he did.
John Terode.
Yeah. Apparently, he did that and just walked off.
But yeah, that was just his goodbye.
But Antonia Jeunet, the woman, was like, he'd been drinking, but he wasn't that drunk. So weird.
So that's just him.
Yeah, that's just what goes on Necker Island. Island.
Yeah. That's not good.
Yeah. So Ebbs, you got off lightly.
Yeah.
Having your queen taken and a glass of water in the face is vanilla.
Yeah.
I didn't really have that perception of Richard Branson.
No.
I mean, obviously it's completely out of order, but it's just like, what the fuck? Yeah. Can you imagine being there?
Also doing that? Like going along the whole line of just like shaking hands with everyone. She's just expecting just like a shake. It's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just have to do this.
Makes it sound like he does that often.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea. It could be a one-off.
I mean, also having like a huge statue of a goddess with her boobs out.
Yeah.
That sort of thing Lamine Yamal would get up at his party as well.
They would probably really get on.
Yeah.
Get him down for a game of chess and worse. We've actually talked about like 6 different parties, I think.
Yeah.
Who's choose your fighter? As in, if you had to go on like a wild holiday with one of the people we just mentioned. So the options are Richard Branson. You can't have Eze, he just plays chess. Yeah. Richard Branson, Lamine Yamal. Who are the others? Conor McGregor
is out.
Yeah, he's out.
What was the other part? Oh, David Raya. I think it's between David Raya and Lamine Yamal.
Oh, I think it's Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, Lamine Yamal would probably be
the most interesting life experience.
Yeah,
David Raya would be like, I'm on a stag with just like a standard stag.
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal would be like eye-opening.
Yeah.
The conversation would be pretty painful.
Yeah, you're just chatting to like I Show Speed and
stuff and like some 18-year-olds. Do you think Lamine Yamal's still got like some of his mates from school who are just like ordinary kids involved? Because I love that.
Yeah,
they must be having a wild time.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, had I not just told that Richard Branson story, I probably would have picked him because he's got some pretty sweet pads. But I'm worried he'll motorboat me.
Yeah. I think you've got to go for Lamine Yamal. Yeah, really.
I just think David Raya would be good, but it wouldn't be that mind blowing.
No. His mates look quite annoying as well.
Yeah, I'm sure Lamine Yamal's got some annoying mates. Yeah. But I just think it would be the most like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. I mean, we've been talking a lot about parties, which suggests that there's not much sport going on with this podcast. And obviously, the Club World Cup is over now, which means that football is finally finished for the season, and attention can fully turn to debating baseless rumours about who your club might sign. And it seems like Turkish clubs are splashing a lot of cash this summer. Like, I kind of remember a time when the best talent they could attract was an ageing John Joe Shelby or Cameron Jerome. But these days, the Super League's got Victor Osimhen, Galatasaray just signed Leroy Sané, Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce just spent 66 million on John Duran.
Is he not? He was in Saudi.
He was in Saudi. He only went there in January.
What, hated it?
And I don't know. Yeah,
that's mental.
But yeah, they've got some serious money.
They're talking about Sancho going on there as well.
Yeah, Jadon Sancho,
Rashford.
Marcus Rashford as well. So yeah, there's a lot of money sloshing around.
Because Turkey used to be a bit of a joke. Like, I would refer to it as the glue factory because it was like where you go at the end of your career.
Yeah. I don't know where this big injection of money has come from, but according to former Newcastle man Alan Saint-Maximin, cash isn't the only thing that's sloshing around Fenerbahce. So Saint-Maximin did an interview last week where he claimed that Fenerbahce was so desperate to win the league last season that the team doctors tried to dope him. So it's a serious allegation, really. In this interview, he said, there are so many problematic things surrounding the club. If I have to give an example, things got to the point where they even tried to get me to dope there.
Right.
Which I should say Fenerbahce strenuously deny this allegation. They put out a statement saying, we hereby inform the public that we will exercise all our legal rights against these misleading statements and any attempt to undermine our institutional reputation. So they're obviously massively denying it. And, it does seem like a very bold accusation to just drop in an interview like that. He clarified later, he said, when I was ill, I was practically given a treatment that is considered to be a doping product. I don't know what the purpose of this team of doctors was.
Right. He is a little bit mental.
Yeah.
I say that as a big fan.
Yeah.
He always falls out with his clubs, but...
Yeah. If you hadn't guessed already, he has now left Fenerbahce.
Right, yeah. Was it a loan? He was in Saudi as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. I don't know
is
if
there
it's
some
a
sort
loan
of thing where because they're near Saudi, they're just like getting, you know what I mean?
Could
like
be.
how Vietnam's booming because it's near China. Sorry, I picked the most boring aspect of this story to talk about.
It could be, I suppose. Yeah.
So
nice weather as well.
What's Mourinho saying? Because that's his fucking
Mourinho. I
team.
haven't heard Mourinho actually come out and
He does
say anything about it.
Mourinho sort of implies it's a bit of a fucking circus there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's quite critical of Turkey and Fenerbahce.
Yeah. Weirdly, just he seems to slag them off at any possible opportunity. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know if Fenerbahce are actually going to pursue legal action against Saint-Maximin because it's quite libelous if it's not true.
Yeah.
Which we have no evidence to suggest it is, apart from what he said. But yeah. Anyway, another big name apparently on the move is Noni Madueke. At the time of recording, it seems like Arsenal are finalising a £55 million deal for him. Presumably he was enticed by the promise of Mikel Arteta's kooky team talks and the chance to take Win the dog home for the weekend. But it seems that news of this deal has not been going down well with some sections of Arsenal fans. So hashtag no to Madueke is trending on Twitter. 4,000 people signed a petition to try and block the move, which obviously is not going to work.
Good luck with that.
And apparently murals of Arteta outside the Emirates have been vandalised with Arteta out and cunt.
Two cunts.
Which...
What?
What the hell is wrong with people?
I mean,
also Madueke's.
Yeah, I thought he was good.
I thought he was good.
A lot of my opinion of Madueke is based on a friendly against Gibraltar where he was really good. But I chatted to some Chelsea season ticket holders and they were like, not that gutted about him leaving.
Yeah.
Because I always think Chelsea, it's like you get these amazing young English players coming through and then very quickly as a neutral, I'm like, oh, they're going to build the squad around in the way that they used to do around these players. But then they just seem to get rid of them like Mason Mount. And
Yeah. Chelsea is like a revolving door. It's always like a sort of money laundering. There's a lot of money coming in, a lot of money coming out.
But Arsenal fans don't want him either.
Apparently not, some of them.
I just feel like why we got to this point where football fans are like protesting transfers with petitions. Just fucking grow up. It's quite entitled.
Yeah.
Which I would say Arsenal fans are particularly guilty of.
What do you think? Yeah.
In a way that like United fans aren't even.
What, expecting...
Well, like Arteta out. It's like, sorry, this guy's literally turned you into a team
you were
finishing
finishing like 8th.
Surely you should be happy with where things are at. Like I know you want to kick on a level, but...
Got to the semi-finals of the Champions League, finished second in the league. I think it's a good signing as well. Like maybe he's not going to start every game, but he's a good player to bring on.
Yeah, it's quite nice to have a reminder because I've tuned out of the Club World Cup entirely. It's nice to have a reminder in the summer that football fans are still fucking mental, just spitting poison whenever they can.
Yeah.
Speaking of truly insane people and football fans, Oasis. Obviously, you went to the gig. Oasis fever is high, and we are completing our special series on the story of Oasis on Patreon. Episodes 2 and 3 are available right now, and episode 1. So much fun.
It's some of my favourite episodes where we've done.
It just really, obviously I made it, but like the Oasis story really delivers on the promise of mental rock and roll band. Just like when we talked about like the meth on stage and Cantona's car having its doors ripped off. But then what else is there? There's an amazing scrap in part 3 with some Italian mobsters.
Yeah,
it goes really fucking mental.
What else happens?
Some very insane groupie stories.
Lots of insane groupies,
really
lots of fighting. Supernova Heights, this Noel buys this house in Camden somewhere, which just turns into like a 24/7 party
with like
sesh, basically.
With like Kate Moss, Ewan McGregor,
Johnny Depp. Just like London's A-list scene.
Yeah.
Mad parties, mad stories, mad fighting, feuds.
There's an insane amount of cocaine in this, in part 2 and 3 as well.
Yeah.
There's a bit in part 1 as well. There's a lot of coke. Yeah, which actually explains a lot of what goes down. And actually some Oasis performances that went so wrong, but are so funny. So if you want to hear all that, episodes 1, 2, and 3 are all on the Upshots Patreon right now. You can sign up at patreon.com/Upshot Towers. It's only £3 a month. And yeah, it's the perfect companion for the revival of Oasis fever. So we'll see you over there if you're doing the Patreon thing. If not, we will see you on Tuesday when we've got special guest Finn Taylor talking about Kevin Peterson, English cricket's arsehole genius. And that's also got some good cameos from sort of Shane Warne, maybe. There's some good shagging with Shane Warne amid some other stuff. So we'll see you either in Oasis or KP. Thanks a lot for listening. We'll see you next time. Thanks, Zach.
Cheers, Jack.
Thanks a lot for listening.